How's it going, guys? This is Luke from Coffee House, and today I'm doing a quick little overview video about some new products that we're adding to the website, but something that we have had here for a long time and something that many cafes have had for a very long time. What I want to do today is run through each of the Urnex products that we have in front of us, the lineup, and talk about them, do a little demonstration on how you can use these in the commercial environment, but also the home environment, and then send you on your way. Anyways, let's jump into the first one here, which is Cafiza. Cafiza is a powdered cleaning product that many of you may be familiar with. I would imagine that out of this lineup, most people are going to be familiar with this one. This is used for your espresso machines, backflushing your espresso portafilters and the machine itself, and then also soaking the actual portafilter components to get rid of any gunk or anything like that. Next up, something you might not have seen even in the commercial setting, because I feel like a lot of people don't use these, is Grindz. It's a corn-derived kind of tablet product, and what it is it's designed to absorb any oils or gunk hanging out in your burrs as you kind of leave them overnight and things like that. There's really no directions on here as to the routine, kind of how often you're actually supposed to use these, but they are good products to use every now and then just to make sure everything's kind of flushed out. Next thing many of you may be familiar with as well is Rinza. Rinza is specifically designed for steam wands and also steaming pitchers. What you're gonna do is just take a little bit of this, throw it in your pitcher with some water, heat it up, and call it a day. And lastly is Tabz. This is more so for coffee brewers. So in the actual carafe, you're able to put these tablets in there and clean that out, but then also you're able to put it up in the little basket. So anyways, that's kind of like a quick little overview. What I'm gonna do now is just show you how I use each one, just to kind of give a little bit of a demonstration here. Most of this is gonna be designed around home products, just so you can kind of get an understanding of how we adapt what I would say commercial products to a home environment. But nonetheless, these are very important to have and a great routine to make sure that your machine is staying up to par. All right, first up is Tabz here, and as you can see, we already have one in here, just kind of going to show you for demonstration purposes how we're gonna do this. But these tablets, I'll show you one right now, look like this, these little blue guys. And what you're gonna do is just pop one in your carafe, or if you're in a commercial environment, I like to throw them in the actual baskets and let that hot water pass through the basket. It'll also sanitize the basket, which is nice. But in the home setting, what you wanna do is get as close to 1.9 liters as possible. Obviously, we don't have that quite here, but we wanna get as close as possible. It's not going to be the end of the world if we're brewing at a little bit more of a concentrate. So right here we have, 1-ish liters of warm water, and we're just gonna take the tablet, let it sit in there, fully dissolve, and then you'll be good to go. Just let it, rinse it out, everything like that. So that's how we use Tabz. Very simple, very easy to use, and yeah. All right, so next up is Cafiza, the one that many of you may be familiar with, but essentially what we're gonna do is, this is a powder in here. So we're just gonna take this and do 6 grams per liter into here. So you're gonna weigh that out and just put that in like that, and a liter of hot water. You're then gonna take your portafilter and your basket and any other things that you would use in this kind of situation and just dunk them in there for about 10 minutes. Then you can go ahead and wash them out. Otherwise, what you're gonna do with this is use it to backflush your machine, which what you're gonna do is add 3 grams to a blank portafilter, mix that with a little hot water, and then just go ahead and lock that in and then run that through your machine. Really a simple product, but this is definitely the one that is the most effective and definitely the most used in the cafe commercial environment. Next we have Rinza here, which is really, really easy to use. And this is an important one for your steam wands for the espresso machine. So if you have a home espresso machine or even a home super automatic machine, this is something that you're gonna see very often. Essentially what you're gonna do is you're gonna squeeze out like that 30 milliliters of solution, pour that into your actual steaming pitcher, just like that. I did a little bit more, so I'm gonna go a little bit less. And then what you're gonna do is fill this with another 500 milliliters of water, stick it in your steam wand, and just go ahead and crank that on for a couple seconds. Just kind of get all of that milk residue out of there. All right, next one, and the last one is Grindz here. What this is gonna do is clean your grinder up. Take about 35 to 40 grams of these tablets, what I would call kind of like a capful. It doesn't need to be exact. We're gonna go ahead, stick that in there, and then just turn it on. And give that a little shake. So that's what you're gonna be left with is your actual Grindz solution. I believe these are just kind of like corn pieces, but they're good for absorbing oils and things like that. But then after you're actually done running the grinds through there, what you want to do is actually run some coffee through it. Maybe you have some leftover coffee house coffee from your most recent delivery. But what you're going to want to do is just go ahead and pour some of those in. Just make sure that you're kind of getting all of the corn taste out of your grinder. Of course, this is non-toxic, which is fine, but oh man, that smells so good. You should definitely consider buying some. All right, and that's all you're gonna do is just run some coffee through there and you will be good to go for a really long time, honestly. This, for the home setup, is something that you only need to use here and there. You don't need to use it as often as you would think. All right, so that's everything I have for you about the Urnex lineup here. I think each of these products have their own specialized uses, but together they make for a very consistent and long-lasting machine life cycle. All of these products will be available by the time you're seeing this video in our store, so feel free to shop it, coffeeha.us, Coffee House. And we'll probably also have them in a little bundle, maybe like a starter kit or something like that. I think that would probably be a great thing to see, especially for like a little discount or something like that. But it's really gonna take you some time to go through these products since they are all commercial grade. So it's something to consider going forward is this is a long-term investment and something that's going to help maintain your equipment for a very long time. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Luke from Coffee House, and we'll see you next time. All right, first up is Tabz. Tabz is a little kind of, no. Gonna be fine doing a little bit more.